You know, we've got such great response to our 5-hole flutes, which was a little surprising to me because most people think, oh, 6 has got to be better. That's not necessarily true because it's so, a 5-hole flute, a pentatonic flute based on 5 holes, penta meaning 5. It's totally harmonic with all the notes. It's very simple. You can play something really easily. So because there was so much interest, we decided, well, let's do a short little beginner video just so they get you going, okay? So the most important part of playing a flute is to make sure all the holes are closed. Because if one of the holes is slightly open, anyway, but you'll know right away, okay? One thing I've learned about learning how to play it is because when you're looking down, because okay, the guy's telling me close all the holes. So you tend to look down, make sure holes are closed, but you can't see them, right? There's no way you can see it. So the 2 ways that you could do it is, first of all, feel it. Feel the pad of your finger, the meaty pad right there, to make sure that, and play real flat finger. There's a tendency to want to play like this. What happens is the air leaks out of the back of the finger. So play real flat finger so the meaty pad is really closing the hole. So close it up, and in the beginning you're going to really put pressure on it, and it's going to cramp up your hands. So you can just relax, just feel it. If you close your eyes and feel the hole as it closes, because if you're off the hole a little, you'll notice it, okay? The other thing that's really important and really easy is get in front of a mirror, because then you can actually see your fingers closing the holes. Now you can see it. Oh yeah, closed. And what you'll notice is there's a pattern. The space between here, here, and here is equal. Now if it's not closed all the way, it'll look like this. The space between here and here and here is they're not the same. So you can also see a pattern which hole is not closed all the way. It tends to be this hole right here is really the most difficult. It's not difficult, we're not used to spreading our fingers out. This one's pretty easy, this one's easy. This finger holds the flute. This one's obviously very easy. This one becomes easy, but now you have to stretch it just down a little bit. And what tends to happen when we let the finger fall, it tends to fall short of that. So the bottom hole's not closed all the way, okay? So just drop it down a little, move it forward a little bit, and drop it down. That's the first thing you've got to do, is just to kind of feel that the holes are closed, okay? The other aspect to this is when I'm teaching and someone, they pick up the flute and they, well, that doesn't work. It does a lot of things. First of all, it gets bad habits, and it doesn't sound good. So when you first start to play, make it really, really slow, because what you're doing is you are training the brain to repeat what you want it to do. Okay, so you want to make sure the position is right, so the brain goes, oh, okay, I'll remember that. And you want to go really slow. Make sure you're getting a good sound. You're not getting a good sound? Okay, this one doesn't feel like totally closed, so move it down a little bit. Okay, that sounds good. Lift that bottom finger up. What can happen is, when you lift that bottom finger, you're also lifting this finger, moving this finger automatically, because it's not closed all the way. So just stay focused, close your eyes. It's really good. Once you get into it, play with your eyes closed. For the first year, when I first taught myself, I just played with my eyes closed, and it was a huge advantage for a couple of reasons. One, now you're losing your sight, so you can really feel the holes being closed, okay? Because now your tactile sense is much more available to you. The other is, when you're learning how to play with your eyes closed, you tend to, later on, when you have your eyes open, you can look around, you can play it for somebody, you can look around and enjoy your environment. Because if you play with your eyes open, you tend to look down all the time, because it's just a habit we do. And then you never get to really look around you when you learn to play, because we're creatures of habit. We're very habitual. So it tends to be part of the process. And learning with your eyes closed, it really makes a big difference. So play really slow. Now, the other aspect of this is how do you put this by your mouth? It's the kind of natural go-to is to wrap your lips around it. Well, what happens is when you do that, you're breathing a tremendous, all your breath has got a lot of moisture from your body. You're putting all that wet air into the flute, and it clogs up the block. And you're not getting the intonation that you want. So really close your lips and pretend you're kissing it. It's not about air volume. It's about air pressure. So I've exaggerated that, obviously. I don't need that much pressure. So just like pretend you're kissing it. When you're closing your mouth, your lips, you're opening it a little. Because when you're using air pressure, now you can change the pressure just slightly to get a different intonation. And when you use your tongue to go, so fingering holds closed completely, make sure there are, and get in the habit of doing that. And just press it, put the flute up against your closed lips and open it just a little bit. So that when you're actually doing this very subtly, it doesn't need a lot of breath. So you go with your tongue, the letter T. So now, the bottom note is the hardest note to play. It's not hard, but it's the hardest note to play. Only because the air, the energy has to go that much further to make the sound. So it's, as it moves down, it loses some of its energy, some of its force. So then it gets a little bit more lazy. And that's why the low note can get really kind of soft, and also it could break real easy into high note. So just breathe nice and easy. Get that note. Now, lift the bottom finger. Don't move up the next one. Get a nice feel for that note. You're hearing it, you like it. Now open up the next one. Don't go fast, go really slow. Next one. This finger stays right here because it holds the flute. Now you can take a nice deep breath and blow just a tad bit, and just a tad bit more pressure. Tad bit more pressure. If the high notes sound lazy to you, add a little bit more pressure. Not more air, more pressure. Not more volume. More. Now go back down, one step at a time. Move your finger down and forward and down. If you're getting, that hole is not closed all the way. Just trust that that's what's happening. It's not the flute, it's one of the holes is not closed all the way, and it tends to be this hole. So just lift it up and move it forward and then down. That's right there, you got it. You're playing the scale. Now play the scale. Just just play that scale until you get bored. Because when you get bored, that means you got it, right? You go, oh my God, that's it, right? So now the next step is how to use your breath. So right now, if I just go, well, that's a lot like me singing, I love you, right? As opposed to, I love you, right? It's a da-da-da, put some feeling into it. And the way you do that is by what they call tonguing. And that's another way of getting a different note. Now, if you do that with all the holes closed, you have to tongue very carefully. So, because otherwise it breaks the high note. So try tonguing, opening up the bottom 3 holes, and just go the letter T. Toot, 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 toot. Now try the next note. Tongue too hard. It went to the next octave. It went to the next note. It's a high note. You got to really back off on your T. And as you go up, you can T harder. It's the practice on the low note. That make sense? Ta 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 ta. That's how you get your rhythm, okay? Da 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 da. So you're creating rhythm with your breath. Those are the very basics of how to play this flute and make it sound really sweet for yourself. Hopefully it'll help. There's no such thing as doing something wrong. You can get crazy with it. You can just play around with it. Have a good time. This is not about you becoming a professional musician. Maybe, but not to start with. So just have fun with it. And when you come across something you really like, oh my gosh, lift your finger slow. Well, that was really cool. I like that. It's bending the note. So trust that. Just have a good time with it. It's about your creativity. It's about you having a really good time. And you're not entertaining anyone else, nor are you asking for their opinion. You're just having a good time. So make that happen. You'll really love it.